Hello and welcome to Barbara's Podcast. This is the show for women, all about health, nutrition, and wellness. It's the show that will empower you and inspire you to create a healthier lifestyle.
It offers such great promise to mankind. When I was young, I read about the great scientist Nikola Tesla, and a brilliant mind, and he was working with free energy, which is scalar energy. And I said to myself, if we can harness the energy of the sun, the stars, scalar energies from the sun and the stars, that will allow us to have free energy, and we'll be able to liberate mankind in so doing. And so This is what I've experienced. Hopefully this technology will free us from so many encumbrances, from so many problems.
What exactly is the scalar light or scalar energy?
I believe it's divine energy. I believe it's God's life force energy. It's not electricity. And what I've discovered in my laboratory and in practice by working with this energy perpetuates forever. It does not experience any type of weakening or entropy. So anything that's perpetual energy has to come from a perpetual source. It has to come from God.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting concept.
Yeah, it is.
How did you harness it or put it into technology?
Yeah, that's the key element here. We can theorize all day long. Back in the 90s, I met the Hieronymus family. Galen Hieronymus was an incredible researcher. He developed scalar energy instruments, and I was at that time able to look at his laboratory, and therefrom I reproduced many of his instruments. He's deceased, his wife is deceased, but I carry on their legacy by working with these scalar energy instruments, and I've enhanced their ability in the past three decades. So it's been a labor of love, but the key element is you have to have an instrument in order to control scalar energy.
So how does it work? Could you take us through the steps and the applications?
Yeah. What I've discovered with these instruments, scalar energy as an animating force will create matter or break apart matter.
Okay.
In my scalar energy instrument, I've calibrated it to create nutrients, such as amino acids or proteins or hormones or enzymes, to create what is favorable. Now, there's another type of instrument that I have that will negate the molecular bonds of something that's harmful. So we can negate the molecular bonds of a toxin, a bacterium, a virus, or some type of pollutant. So with this type of consummate control, we are now able to control molecular forms, create a molecule that's favorable or break apart a molecule that's unfavorable.
So it could be used for addictions, or if someone wanted to lose weight.
Yes. We have the ability to instruct these instruments to look for, say, the molecular structure of heroin or cocaine, and then to break down to negate the molecular bonds of heroin or cocaine. Now, what does that do? Well, it reduces the obviously, there's no longer a physical presence for heroin or cocaine, but it also reduces the desire, because if you can remove the presence or any residual leftover, if you will, artifact of heroin or cocaine, and you can rid the body of that memory, that helps many people with addiction problems.
Absolutely, because that's where they have the craving.
Yes, they have the emotional intrigue, the craving for a drug, and if you remove that, not only the physical bonds, but the emotional intrigue, the craving, as you put it, that is a consummate way of addressing addiction.
And for you to do this therapy, you said a photograph is needed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in digital form? Does someone send you a photograph
by
email or post?
I'm going to hold up my photograph. This is a photograph that I emailed myself as a matter of reference. Okay. And people will email me photographs. Now, back in the 90s, we were working with Polaroids. Well, we don't do it anymore. Everything's digital. So now people will email me a photograph. I actually place a photograph of a person inside my instrument. So this is quantum healing. It's not biological healing. I'm working through the energy field of a photograph. I don't work with people. I work with photographs. So what am I getting at? A photograph serves as the bilocated version of a person. I can bilocate by way of my photograph. So I never work with people or animals. I work with photographs of people or animals. This is the quantum theory in which we can be at two places at once.
Yeah. Extremely fascinating.
Yes, it is. This gives my credence to the notion of bilocation, that a person can be in two places at once. You can, and that's typical of a scalar energy force field. It's not typical of an electromagnetic force field, which you are bound to time and space. In a scalar energy force field, you're no longer bound to time and space. You can bilocate, or if I had 1,000 photographs of myself, I can multi-locate to 1,000 different places by way of my photograph.
And how long would you need this form of therapy to see a difference? So
on our website, we offer 15 days of free sessions. And with most people, after they experience 15 days of free sessions, they're convinced that something is of merit, that something has shifted. Now, it's hard to pinpoint. Everybody's different. But to answer your question, within 2 weeks, that's why we offer a 2-week free trial. Most people feel better.
They see a difference. But would it complete a therapy, or would they have to carry on for a month, 2 months, 3 months?
Some people carry on for a couple months just to assure themselves of additional sessions, additional treatments in the quantum realm. Again, it's up to people, but most people, I would say, are at least convinced that after the 15-day trial, that this is some scientific principle. And they might not understand it, but they're convinced that they feel better. And that's the key. I want people to feel better. I want to see meaningful progress. And after 15 days, many people say, yes, I've had meaningful progress.
That's excellent news. Do you use different devices for, let's say, for weight loss or fat metabolism or hormones or the addiction?
There's two main functions. There's an in-phase instrument that would create a nutrient. And then there's an out-of-phase instrument that would break apart a germ, a microbe, or a toxin, or say a harmful chemical. So when you can program those two instruments, you can in-phase enzymes. I have a particular program, digestive enzymes. You can in-phase female hormones, or you can in-phase what I call natural foods, the phytochemicals found in natural foods. In reverse, out of phase, we have a pathogenic cleanse or addiction cleanse in which we break apart the molecular bonds. It's all molecular bonds. It's not a chemical process. We break down the molecular intelligence of viruses, bacteria, or say recreational drugs or pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah. Another question I would have, how would you convince a skeptic?
Very good. I cannot. This is why I'm willing to treat everybody in the world by way of their photograph for free for 15 days. I want to make this very clear. What I'm doing is new. It's groundbreaking. I believe I'm the only one in the world with this type of instrument. So my process is unique. And with that in mind, I don't expect people to understand this. It's never been done before. So the 15-day free session is really the litmus test that many people want.
I think the analogy that I saw on your on the website, on the little video with the cell phones,
yes,
was brilliant.
Thank you.
Because that way, would you like to run us to
Yeah, I'll give an analogy. I'm holding up my cell phone. Now, as we realize, this is wireless transmission of energy. My voice isn't in this cell phone, it's been modulated. So when I work with a cell phone, we can transfer information. When I work with a photograph, we can likewise transfer information. So this is wireless quantum healing through the photograph, and by way of analogy, a voice transmission through a cell phone. So I use a scalar energy instrument and we use cell phones. And all of that portends a new future in wireless transmission of information.
It's really very fascinating. It's
Thank
something
you.
I think that it is very unique, and it is groundbreaking.
You're right. It's unique. It is groundbreaking. You know, I thank God for the wisdom. This technology will change the course of history. There have been other inventors before me who've developed scalar energy flying platforms. They were able to negate gravity. Imagine if everybody had a flying platform, an anti-gravity platform.
Yeah.
You could travel anywhere in the world. Pennies on the dollar, so to speak.
And better for the environment.
Yes. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. There's no pollution. We work with the energy of the sun and the stars. The sun and the stars do not produce carbon footprint. There's no carbon emission. There's no harmful chemical. You're working with the energy of the sun and the stars. The energy is infinite, so we have an unlimited supply of energy. Scalar energy is unlimited. We'll never run out of scalar energy. We run out of coal, we run out of oil, we run out of electrical plants, but you'll never run out of stars.
No, no. Unlimited. Galaxies and galaxies.
Yes.
How would someone make the most out of this? Dare I call it a treatment or?
You call it a treatment. You know, it does not have an exact parallel to biological science. So it's really a quantum treatment. Remember, this is not, everything I do is non-physical. It's not chemical. So my treatments, again, are unique. I'll give the audience a rundown. On the website, we offer the 15-day free session in which we will identify potentially hundreds of thousands of pathogens, different species of viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoan, and eliminate them. Additionally, the instrument can balance the brain waves and chakras. Many people say after a scalar energy session, they feel calmer. Some people say that this helps them with depression or addiction. And then the third program that we offer on the website, this is the free trial, is the nutrient program, in which we can create over 350 nutrients. We can create nutrients. So you put those three modalities together, and the fact that we work with a person's photograph 24 hours a day, and you're receiving quantum healing 24 hours a day, people feel better, and they should. You know, there's nothing contraindicated here because it's sunlight. Nobody's allergic to the sun. I've never heard of anybody who's allergic to the stars. This is not a chemical process. There's no negative side effects. We work with information only. There's no chemicals. You don't have to leave your home. You just email us your photograph.
Simple.
Yeah, it's simple because it's fundamental. When we find out the wheel work of nature, when we understand the animating force of nature, it's very simple. Scalar energy is very simple. What it can do is profound and far-reaching. But at the very core, at the very core of the matter, it's the God force energy that animates the universe.
So in closing, how could our audience get in touch?
Yeah.
Contact details?
Yeah, the web. I'm going to refer people to the website to keep things simple and straightforward. Scalarlight.com. SCALAR, scalarlight.com. Anybody in the world, I don't care if you live in Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, South America. Scalarlight.com. Visit the website, read what we're doing, read the articles, and then if you're so inclined, send me your photograph, and if your family has permission, send their photographs and include your pets. If you have a cat, a dog, a horse, if you have a cow, include your pet and farm animals. And I want to demonstrate, I want to prove to people that this works. This is a new and emerging science. I need to prove it to people. So visit the website.
Thank you very much. It was lovely having you on the podcast, and I'm sure my audience will find it very interesting to listen to.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best. Keep healthy.
God bless.
Thanks for listening to Barbara's podcast. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter or e-courses. Celebrate life, and see you at the next episode.